Hi, everyone. Welcome to Miller Time and Irish Fest 2001. Did any of you hear the weather forecast this morning? Okay, well, so much for that. I'm Ed Ward. I want to make a couple announcements on some schedule changes. As you know, Luca Bloom is canceled. The Fenians are moving over. I think, in fact, they've already played at 6, but the Glenside label launch will now be at 8:30 in the Tipperary tent, and the band that's launching the new record label will be Rinka, and they'll have cake and some CD giveaways at 8:30 over in Tipperary. And over in the Snug later this evening, where Rinka was, Melanie O'Reilly and Sean O'Neilan, who play classic Irish jazz, will be there, and then John Whalen, instead of playing at 8:30, will be the last band in Tipperary tonight. Those are not in your program, but they are on the boards outside the stages. So we don't get a chance to recognize the representatives from Miller Brewery very often, but we just caught Siggy running to get a beer, so we hauled him up on stage. And we've been working for this guy for over 20 years, and I can only say that if you know what Miller Brewery has done for these very Summerfest grounds and for Irish Fest, let's get on your feet and let's give a big applause to Miller Brewery, Sig Wysocki. They've been good friends to Irish Fest and a lot of the other festivals around the country. Also want to recognize tonight our friends from the Cleveland Festival, Johnny O'Brien, Nan Krasinski from the Pittsburgh Festival, and whatever other festival directors are out there tonight from around the United States. Now, I got to call Ed up here. The archives at our building has had several fundraisers in the last couple of years. And Ed's son, Tim, and his wife, Mary, have been tremendous supporters of our Irish music archives. And so what we decided to do is let Ed introduce Tommy tonight. So he's from Chicago. Did you know that? You know? And he's a Mayo man. So we're going to let Ed introduce Tommy for you.
Thank you. It is indeed a pleasure and a great privilege to be allowed to introduce one of the greatest folk singers in all of Ireland, Tommy Makem from Armagh.
Woo! Hello. By God, the natives are restless today, aren't they? There's a piercing wintry breeze blowing through the budding trees, and I button up my coat to keep me warm. But the days are on the mend, and I'm on the road again, with my fiddle snuggled close beneath my arm. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have a rosin in my pocket for my bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I'm as happy as a king when I catch a breath of spring, and the grass is turning green as winter ends, and the geese are on the wing, and the thrushes start to sing, and I'm headed down the road to see my friend. I've a fine felt hat and I have rosin in my pocket for my bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. I have friends in every town as I ramble up and down, making music at the markets and the fairs. Through the donkeys and the creels and the farmers making deals, and the yellow-headed tinkers selling wares. I've a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have a rosin in my pocket for my bow, and my fiddle strings are new, and I've learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. Here's Here's a health to one and all, to the big and to the small, to the rich and poor alike, and foe and friend. And when we return again, may our foes have turned to friends. May peace and joy be with you until then. Sing it to hear you. I have a fine... Wow. Do it again, give it hell this time. I have a fine felt hat and a strong pair of brogues. I have a rosin in my pocket for my bow. And my fiddle strings are new, and I learned a tune or two, so I'm well prepared to ramble and must go. Thank you. Help me out on guitar, my youngest son, Rory Makem.
Thank you very much.
You're in singing form, aren't you? All right. Long may it remain. Try this one. I know I don't have to teach it to you. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-dee. Yes? That was rotten. I've heard better coming out of a convent after a big night. Will you sing the bloody thing and don't be sitting like that, going half-arsed at it? If you're going to sing the song, open up your mouth and let it flow out of you. The way it's been flowing into you all day. Don't be afraid of it. Person next to you looks crooked at you. Hit them a kick on the ankle there. Sing the bloody song and don't be sitting there like a blister. Come on. Ah-dee-doo. That's the way. Gypsy rover, come over the hill, down through the valley so shady. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang, and he won the heart of a lady. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. She left her father's castle gate. She left her own fond lover. She left her servants and estate to follow the gypsy roll over. And again. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. Her father saddled up his fastest steed, roamed the valleys all over, sought his daughter at great speed, and the whistling gypsy rolled over. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day, ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. He is no gypsy, my father, she said, but lord of these lands all over. And I will stay till my dying day with my whistling gypsy roll. All on your own, the whole lot. Ah. You've got it. Do it again. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-doo, da-day. Ah-dee-doo, ah-dee-day. He whistled and he sang till the green woods rang. and he won the heart of a lady. When you were old and grey and full of sleep and nodding by the fire, take down this book and slowly read and dream of the soft look your eyes had once and of their shadows deep. How many have loved your moments of glad grace or loved your beauty with love false or true, but one man loved the pilgrim soul in you and loved the sorrows of your changing face. And bowing down beside the glowing bars, murmur a little sadly how love fled and paced upon the mountains overhead and hid his face among a crowd of stars. Fair and lovely Annie, your gentle ways have won me. You bring peace and joy and laughter everywhere. Where you go, the sunshine follows. You're a breath of spring in winter, and my heart and soul are always in your care. Gentle Annie, gentle Annie, and my heart and soul are always in your care. When you touch me with your fingers, my cares and worries vanish like the morning dew before the rising sun. When your eyes tell me you love me, then my soul is filled with wonder, and my love for you will live when life is done. Gentle Annie, gentle Annie, and my love for you will live when life is done. You're the flower among the flowers, you're the bird song in the morning, you're the laughter of the children at their play. You're my hope and joy and wisdom, you're my reason just for living. You're my treasure, you're my very night and day. You could help me to sing it, couldn't you, if you could get it? Gentle Annie, gentle Annie, you're my treasure, you're my very night and day. When the mountains all come tumbling and the earth has stopped its turning, when the winds don't blow and the stars refuse to shine, when the moon has left the heavens and the seven seas are empty, I will still have gentle Annie on my mind. Gentle Annie, gentle Annie, I will still have gentle Annie on my mind. Gentle Annie, gentle Annie, I will still have gentle Annie on my mind. Thank you. My God, you're fond of them shut-eye ones, are you? I like them myself because I'm a romantic. I'm from a whole town of romantics. I'm from a town called Cady in the People's Republic of South Armagh, where we serve neither king nor kaiser, thank God. Wonderful spot. And like I said, romantic. We lived between the Kellys and the O'Briens. Kellys lived here, we lived here, the O'Briens lived there. Kelly's not too romantic, they'd only the 2 children. The O'Briens at 18. And they were only married 4 months. When they got married first, they couldn't find a place to stay. The only place they could find was a 2-room job away out in the rocks, and it would have none of what the newspapers would call mod cons. Didn't have any electric light, didn't have any running, well, they had plenty of running water, but they'd nowhere to put it. They took the house anyway, and the wife was about to give birth to the first offspring. And O'Brien went into the doctor. The doctor says, next Tuesday it's going to happen. I saw her going past Friday last. I'll be out Tuesday about 9 o'clock in the evening. That's when it's going to happen. And have everything ready for me. So O'Brien had the big pot of water boiling, new blankets and sheets and towels laid out. Poor woman down the back room. She was roaring and screaming her head off. The doctor arrived and it was just turning dusk. The light was beginning to fade, but he went down to the room. He says, I better go down and see what this woman's roaring about. So he went down and he wasn't there 5 minutes, and he shouts up to O'Brien, will you bring me down a light here? So O'Brien lit up the tilly lamp, pumped her, struck the match, lit her, went down. Because he wasn't there 2 minutes till the doctor delivered a beautiful bouncing baby boy, 12 pounds 11 ounces. And he was delighted with the child, away up to the kitchen with the child under his arm. And he's only up in the kitchen a few minutes, the doctor shouts, bring that light down here again. So we brought the light down, a lovely little girl, 11 pounds 4 ounces. One under each arm up to the kitchen. He laid them down on the table and he was measuring them, wondering what kind of shoes they would be wearing and how much it was going to cost them. And the doctor shouts, bring that light down here again. Down another lovely little girl's, 9 pounds 12 ounces. And he took the third one up and he laid it down beside the other 2 and he said, well, one of you was terrific and 2 of you were twice as good. But how in the name of God am I going to feed 3 of you? And as he's thinking these dreadful thoughts, the doctor shouts, bring that light down here again. O'Brien says, I will not, it's the light that's attracting them. I was going to sing a romantic song, but I better not. So I'm going to sing you a song written by a good friend of mine called Colm Gallagher. Colm's originally from Dublin. He lives in Los Angeles, writes wonderful songs. I have recorded a number of them. Songs like Bridie Murphy and the Kamikaze Pilot, If I Was a Dog, all kinds of wonderful stuff. Whenever he's performing anywhere, I go to see where he is. And I was out in Los Angeles a few years ago, the last time I was out there at a festival, and Colm was performing, so I made a beeline for where he was because I knew he always had something wonderful to sing or to say. And as I approached the stage, he was singing a song, and I started to laugh, and I fell down the grass, and I couldn't get up again. And I didn't remember the name of the song, and I forgot to get it off him, but I remembered the first line of the chorus because he had to repeat it a number of times. It was a song about a fella leaving a girl, or a girl leaving a fella, I don't know which. But he was certainly, I don't know if he wrote it, but he was certainly singing it. And the first line of the chorus said, I would write you a letter, but I can't spell. Well, Colm wrote this song as well. And it's a wonderful song about a fella having a great day out at the beach in Ireland, a lovely sunny day. And very peculiarly named. The song is called Holy Mo, My Father Loves Nikita Khrushchev. Now, I'm going to ask you to help me to sing the chorus on this, but you have to have the nya to sing this song. The fellas from Beginish, they all have the nya. You're going to have to pick it up as best you can. And it's a great help to you if you could sort of shake the shoulders when you're doing the nya. And what you have to sing goes, didn't-nya, 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 didn't-nya. Do it. Didn't-nya, didn't-nya, didn't-nya. That's good. Now that you know how to do it, give her hell. Come on. Didn't-nya, didn't-nya. One fine day in May, the sun was on the sea. I went for a swim, I took along my bottle, swam among the waves so very calm indeed. Green as all the grass that grows from Hope to Docky, swam around Lani Bay. Lovely day, down below I see a couple of hungry fishes. Then I went along my way, round the bay I thought I'd better say a prayer for dear old Lani. Holy mo, my father loves Nikita Khrushchev. Holy moly me, he loves Nikita Khrushchev. Holy moly, now didn't he? Didn't he? Well, I am happy here, my bottle is in my hand. Half a quart of beer is all I really need. I whistled out today I never planned. Never knew that I could do without my brother, or my sister, or my aunt. Bad as they are, never knew that I could do without my mother. Threw me bathing suit away. Those who have seen it once will never mind, the others won't recognize it. Holy mo, my father loves Nikita Khrushchev. Holy moly me, he loves Nikita Khrushchev. Holy no! Didn't he? Didn't he? Didn't he? Didn't he? Jumping on the sand and jump from rock to rock, going to get the tan in places I never dreamed of. Anyone I meet will surely get a shock. Yes, they're doing the same as me this lovely evening, turning cartwheels in the sand. Over I go, standing on my head and landing on my bottom. Such a lovely day today. Happy I am that I got more to do than worry about my father. Holy mo, my father loves Nikita Khrushchev. Holy moly me, he loves Nikita Khrushchev. You do this to all of them. Yeah. Do it again. Didn't he? 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 Thank you. Just before I come on, where the hell did it go? Oh, it's here. I folded it up neatly, and I put it so neatly that I couldn't see it. Before I come on here, Mary Clancy came up backstage to me. Mary Clancy is Patti Clancy's wife, and she asked me if I would announce the winners of the Patti Clancy Scholarship. By the way, Mary Clancy has an exhibition over at the Cultural Centre, the Cultural Tent over here. And you're invited to come over and browse and talk to her and see what's going on. There were 2 scholarships offered, and there were won, and both these people will go over and study traditional singing at the University of Limerick in the fall of this year. And the 2 people who won it, one was Nicole Sherpa from Vermont. And the other is Ashley Davis from Washington. And I think that's wonderful that they're going to get a chance to go over and study with Micheál O'Sullivan over at the University of Limerick. He's a wonderful man. He's a man who has done tremendous work. He has the Irish World Music sessions going on at the University of Limerick. You can get a degree in it over there. He's the only man I know that made a traditional instrument out of the piano. He has some wonderful recordings out. Micheál O'Sullivan, if you get your hands on any, and just wonderful stuff. Anyhow, call over and see Mary Clancy at the cultural tent if you get a chance. G. Midsummer, June of 1646. All along the banks of the River Blackwater that divides County Tyrone from County Armagh, two armies have gathered to do battle. The English army that morning was under the command of a man called Monroe. Monroe was a noted military tactician all over Europe. He'd been sent to Ireland with thousands of well-equipped, battle-hardened soldiers to quell the O'Neill once and for all. And in whatever manner he chose to get rid of the O'Neill. The O'Neill, the great chieftain of Ulster. The Irish army was led by the O'Neill on that morning. His name was Owen Roe O'Neill. Wonderful, wonderful man. He had a ragtag of an army. Some of them were on horseback, but the vast majority were on foot. Some had swords and spears and lances, but most of them had cudgels and rocks. Owen Roe O'Neill lined his army up on a little hill along the River Blackwater, outside a village called Ben Burb. And they were all very anxious to get into the fighting, but he wouldn't let them start the fight until the afternoon, when the sun had come round and was in the west and shining into the enemy's eyes. Owen Roe O'Neill and his ragtag army won a glorious but a very unexpected victory on that day, and it coloured Irish history for many years. One of his soldiers is telling you about what happened at the Battle of Ben Burb. It's June 14th, 1646. The hills of Ben Burb rose the red gleam of day, gleaming bright on our foemen in battle array, but as bright thee again in the midsummer glow. It shone back from the troops of the brave Owen Roe. Monroe had his thousands arrayed at his back, with their Puritan mantle, Steel, Morion and Jack, and with them fierce Blaney and Conway had come to crush Owen Roe at the roll of a drum. And who with O'Neill on that morn drew the brand, brave hearts as e'er beat by the Blackwater strand, Sir Phelim, brave chief, with his bosom afire, O'Donnell, McSweeney, and gallant Maguire. From Derry's wild woodlands, from Maine sounding tide, from Leitrim and Longford came chiefs to our side, from Breffny's green hills with his sword in his hand, came bold Miles the Slasher, the pride of our land. We kept all that forenoon our foemen at bay. We longed for their forays, we prayed for the fray, but our chief bid us wait till the eve had begun, then rush on our foes with our backs to the sun. Hurrah for the red hand and on the van, our columns poured down like a storm on their van. There was panic before us and panic beside, as their horsemen flew back in a wild broken tide. We took from our foes ere that calm twilight fall their horses and baggage, their banners and all. Then we sat round the campfire and drank in the glow. A health to our leader, the brave Owen Roll. A long life to our chieftain, the brave Owen Roll. Thank you. About 25 years ago, I learned a lovely song that was written by my old friend Pete Seeger, and I thought Pete had written an Irish song. I discovered that it was not. It was just a Pete song. But for me, it embodied all that's gone on in Ireland and has gone on. The song is called Rainbow Race, and there's a lovely chorus on it that you can help me to sing. The chorus says, one blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round, who could ask for more? And because I love you, I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. One blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round, who could ask for more? And because I love you, and because I love you, I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. That's right, one blue sky above us, one blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round, one earth so green and round. Who could ask for more? Who could ask for more? And because I love you, and because I love you, I'll give it one more try. I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race, to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. Some folks want to be like an ostrich, bury their heads in the sand. Some hope their plastic dreams can unclench all those greedy hands. One blue sky above us, sing it out. One ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round, one earth so green and round. Who could ask for more? Who could ask for more? And because I love you, and because I love you, I'll give it one more try. I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race, to show my rainbow race. It's too soon to die. That it's too soon to die. Some want to take the easy way, poison and bombs, they think we need them. You know you can't kill all the unbelievers. There is no shortcut to freedom. One blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round, water so green and round. Who could ask for more? Who could ask for more? And because I love you, and because I love you, I'll give it one more try. I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race, to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. Go tell all the little children, tell their mothers and fathers too. Now's our last chance to learn to share what's been given to me and you. One blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round. Who could ask for more? Come on. Who could ask? And because I love you, and because I love you, I'll give it one more try. I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race, to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. One blue sky above us, one ocean lapping all our shores, one earth so green and round. Who could ask for more? And because I love you, I'll give it one more try to show my rainbow race that it's too soon to die. And the winds are singing freedom. They sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning when our people will be free. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. Try it, and the winds are singing. The winds are singing. They sing it everywhere. They sing it. They sing it on the mountainside. They sing it on the mountainside and in the cities. They sing of a new day dawning. They sing of a new day dawning when our people will be free. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. In the battered streets of Belfast, can't you hear the people cry for justice long denied them, and their crying fills the sky. But the winds of change are singing, bringing hope from dark despair. There's a day of justice coming soon. You can feel it in the air. The winds are singing freedom. The winds are singing freedom. They sing it everywhere. They sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside. They sing it on the mountainside and in the cities. Sing of a new day dawning. They sing of a new day dawning when our people will be free. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. Too long our people suffer in their misery and their tears, and foreign rulers used our land for about 800 years. and soon we'll see that day of justice dawning, when our people will be free. And the winds are singing, the winds are singing freedom. Sing it everywhere. They sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning, when our people will be free. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. There's a time laid out for laughing. There's a time laid out to weep. There's a time laid out for sowing, and a time laid out to reap. There's a time to love your brother. There's a time for hate to cease. If you sow the seeds of justice, you can reap the fruits of peace. The winds are singing, the winds are singing freedom. They sing it everywhere. They sing it everywhere. They sing it on the mountainside. They sing it on the mountainside and in the city square. They sing of a new day dawning, when our people will be free. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. Come and join their song of freedom. Let it ring from sea to sea. I wrote a song recently about the Battle of Kinsale, and I wasn't going to sing it, but I think to hell with poverty, I'll do it anyway. Battle of Kinsale was the most traumatic and the darkest day in Irish history. This year, we're remembering the 400th, this is the 400th anniversary of it. It was fought on Christmas Eve. In 1601, Hugh O'Neill of Tyrone asked Spain if they would help in his fight for freedom, and the Spanish agreed. And O'Neill advised them, if they were going to come to help in the fight, that they land their ships either on the north coast of Ireland or the west coast, because the English were too well entrenched all along the south. They had taken every strategic point along the south coast. And O'Neill, who was regarded as the foremost military authority in Europe, O'Neill said, if you land your ships in the north or in the west, I can fight the battle with about 5,000 soldiers. If you land in the south, it's going to take 20,000 men to fight the battle. The Spanish needed trees to build new ships. Their navy was depleted. And they decided there's a lot of trees around Kinsale, which, as most of you know, is down in the very tip of County Cork. A lot of trees around Kinsale, and not only that, they have a shipbuilding facility there. So the Spanish decided they were going to land in Kinsale, and they did. And it was tragically wrong, because immediately they got into Kinsale Harbour, the English had them surrounded and kept them pounded into the harbour, and they couldn't escape. Word got up to O'Neill, who was up in County Tyrone, and joined by Hugh O'Donnell from Donegal, they had to march their armies down through Ireland from the very tip down to the southern tip. In the worst winter in 150 years, They were joined round the Midlands by a man called Tyrrell, a chieftain called Tyrrell from the West Midlands. And when they got to Kinsale, the only other chieftains that helped them were O'Sullivan Bear from Cork, who was a mighty man, and the O'Driscoll from Baltimore in County Cork. They fought a battle that day on Christmas Eve, and the weather was so bad that the troops couldn't see the next line in front of them, and the chieftains were blown every which way. Some of them ended there, some of them over here, some of them back there, and they were a terrible defeat. Not only was it a terrible defeat, it was the end, and this is the traumatic part, it was the end of noble Ireland. There was no more Irish nobility. And it was the end of Gaelic Ireland. And shortly after that, the chieftains, some of them had to go to Europe to get out of the way. But there was no more after that, and it was a very dramatic and traumatic time. The darkest day in Irish history. Christmas Eve, 1601, and I hope I can remember the words to this song now. The great O'Neill, a messenger sent from Ireland to the continent, to see if Spain would give consent to help his fight for freedom. While the Spanish granted his request, O'Neill suggested 'twould be best to land their ships in the north or west to give them an advantage. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. Now the Spanish needed lots of trees to build new ships to sail the seas. They knew Kinsale provided these, that is where they landed. 'Twas a grave mistake, O'Neill he knew. Donnell and Tyrrell thought so too. There was nothing else that they could do, so the long march started. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. It's a long, long way from Inishowen, from the green woods of Tyrone, and Tyrrell joined them near Athlone as they marched their armies southward. The ice and snow and bitter cold of that bleak winter took their toll. Heart and body, mind and soul, they marched the armies southward. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. With O'Sullivan Bear of mighty fame, from Baltimore O'Driscoll came. Play their part in the bloody game, that's beside the northern chieftains. With O'Neill in front, then Tyrrell's men, the rear yard was O'Donnell's then. Their likes will not be seen again to take the field of battle. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. Montrose and his English clan had all strategic points in hand, for that bloody fight began that ended Ireland's glory. And the weather on this Christmas Eve was the worst in many centuries. The chieftains blowing west and east, the end of Ireland's glory. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the chieftains of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. Christmas Eve, 1601, on Christmas Eve, the darkest day in history. Kinsale's defeat, and Ireland grieved, the nation still in mourning. Our Irish nobles are no more, some perished on a foreign shore. Their passing burns in our heart's core, their memories live forever. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. O'Donnell, Tyrrell and O'Neill, they took the long march to Kinsale. They were the nobles of the Gael, with O'Sullivan and O'Driscoll. Well, maybe we could do a little lightning. I don't mean lightning up there. Lightening. Your chorus, little road on a stone to roll. A little road on a stone to roll. A little road on a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Goes like this. Little road and a stone to roll. Little road and a stone to roll. Little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. A little road and a stone to roll. And again. A little road and a stone to roll. Little road. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Do it again. A little road and a stone. Again. A little road. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Everybody needs some old blue shoes. Everybody needs a little good news. Everybody with a growing soul. Everybody needs a stone to roll. A little road and a stone to roll. Sing it out. A little road and a stone to roll. And again. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Everybody needs a fire inside. Everybody needs a dream to ride. Everybody, both the young and old. Everybody needs a stone to roll. A little road and a stone to roll. Sing it back. A little road. And again. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Everybody needs a little more room. Everybody needs a Bill-stained stew. Everybody needs a hand to hold. Everybody needs a stone to roll. You sing it. A little roll. A little roll. A little. Again. A little. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Everybody needs to know their worth. Everybody needs to touch the earth. Everybody, both the young and old. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Sing it out. A little road, a stone to roll. A little road, a stone to roll. And again. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone. Doodle it with me. Here we go. a stone to roll. A little road and a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Everybody needs a stone to roll. Thank you. Listen, while I'm getting my breath after all of that frivolity, if you give Rory a hand, he'll sing a verse or two of a song.
Thank you. Well, a lot of people don't know this, but this year my father is celebrating his 50th year singing.
I started when I was 2.
And in June, at the Tommy Makem International Festival of Song, we had a little celebration about it. And Ed Ward from Milwaukee here happened to be there, and he thought so much of this milestone in my father's career that he thought we should do something about it here tonight. So what a special night you've come on. Aren't you lucky people? So I'd like to introduce Ed Ward and Eugene Byrne to say a few words.
Thank you. I can tell you the next 15 minutes are going to be 15 minutes you're never going to forget. Say hello to Tommy's good friend Eugene Byrne. 50 years in the business, Tommy, and in order to celebrate it with all your friends, we decided to invite a few special guests to Irish Fest tonight, which we'd like to bring out on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, first welcome a good friend of the family, business manager of Blackbird Productions, Mr. Kevin O'Shea. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the other two-thirds of the Makem brothers, Shane and Connor Makem. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time at Irish Fest, please welcome Tommy's daughter Katie and his granddaughter Molly. We're going to ask the kids to read a few letters that were written for Tommy's 50th anniversary, and Eugene and the boys and Katie will take over just for a few minutes here.
Okay. He is not an easy man to surprise, believe me, and we kept this a secret for such a long time. I was 19 years old the first time I saw Tommy Makem in Dublin at the National Stadium. I was there in my Aaron sweater, and I sat in the second row and I sang every song because I knew them. I had a record player. I was one of the richer kids in town at the time. So, but since then, this man got me into this business. If it wasn't for Tommy Makem, I wouldn't be singing myself. And I can guarantee you that nearly everybody here at this festival that is playing, any musician or anything, will say the same thing. They're in this business because of Tommy Makem. And a dream came true for me. Not only did I show up in my Aaron sweater and I bought a guitar, I went out and sang. I for the last 20 years or 25 years or so, I've been sharing the stage with Tommy. So there you go. A dream came true for me in that sense. This is a man, ladies and gentlemen, that I've known and loved for all these years, and he's a man that has kept the soul in Mother Ireland. Tommy, thank you very much, and also thank you for being a friend. Many, many letters were sent to Tommy and he's 50. He got a letter from Bertie Ahern, the Taoiseach. He got a letter from the governor of New Hampshire, Harry Belafonte, Art Garfunkel, Anne Murray, Pete Seeger, the Kingston Trio, Danny Doyle, and many, many more people. So the boys are going to read letters from some other people that you might know and love too. Thank you.
This one comes from Peter T. King, Member of Congress. As a singer, songwriter, musician, and performer, you are truly an unsurpassed talent. For someone like myself who has seen you perform in person and on countless occasions, who has the privilege to call you my friend, I can think of no one who advances the causes of peace, justice, and cultural enrichment more than Tommy Makem.
Who's that written by? Oh, okay. This is an excerpt. As the son of Sarah Makem, Tommy has spent his life demonstrating the brilliant musical pedigree that he has inherited. But beyond this musicianship, Tommy has always been for me a gentleman, in the best sense of the word, the mark of a true artist. Sheila de Valera, TD, Irish Minister for the Arts, Heritage, Gaeltacht, and the Islands.
Dear Tommy, 50 years, what a pleasure for us during our lifetime. We have you and your music around to enjoy. Here's to another 50 years at least. Sincerely, Bill Cosby.
And this one's another excerpt. Dear Tommy, you can take great pride in having spent a brilliant career using the power of music to bring people together. For half a century, fans of folk music have delighted in your tremendous artistic talent and discovered the richness, texture, and the beauty of Irish culture. You have contributed immeasurably to the artistic life of our nation, and I am pleased to commend you for your many wonderful accomplishments. That's from a man named Bill Clinton.
Now we baked a cake, and I think we'll have to have the miracle of the loaves and fishes to share it with you all. But we'll do our best over on the side of the stage. I hope you'll stop by and give Tommy your best regards. Maybe share some memories with him and the family. So now we're going to get back to a little music here, and kind of with the Tommy, his extended family, Schooner Fair, the guys from Blarney, and some of our Irish Fest family, which are kind of an extended family of the Makem family as well.
Hope you brought plates and forks.
When I was young and in my prime and could wander wild and free, there was always a longing in my mind to follow the call of the sea. But I'll sing farewell to Carlingford and farewell to seven seas I've sailed before the mast, and on every voyage I ever made I swore it would be my last. But I'll sing farewell to Carlingford and farewell to Greenore, and I'll think of you both day and night until I return once more, until I return once more.
Mary Doyle, and she lived in Greenore, and the foremost thought that was in her mind was to keep me safe on shore. But I'll sing farewell to Carlingford and farewell to Greenore, and I'll think of you both day and night until I return once more, until I return once more. Man's life is all his own. He can go or he can stay. But when the sea gets in your blood, when she calls, you must obey. But
Your call.
G. Thank you. It's hard to know what to do, but I'll sing anyway, in spite of what you want. Oh, that's plenty of time for me. I can do half a song in 10 minutes. It was Friday morn when we set sail, and we were not far from the land, when our captain he spied a pyramid so fair, with a comb and a glass in her hand.
And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow,
and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below. And up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a fine-spoken man was he. This fishy mermaid has warned me of our doom. We'll sink to the bottom of the sea. Sing it now.
and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow,
And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down. While the landlubbers lie down below.
Then up spoke the first mate of our gallant ship, and a fine-spoken man was he. I have a wife in Salem by the sea, and tonight she'll be weeping for me.
and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow, and we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
Then up spoke the first mate of our gallant ship, and a fine young man was he. He said, I have a wife in Portsmouth by the sea, but tonight a widow she will be.
And the ocean waves do roll,
And the stormy winds do blow. Come on. And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
Then up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and the dirty old butcher was he. He said, I care much more for pots and pans than I do for the bottom of your sea.
and the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow,
And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
and 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and 3 times around swung she, and 3 times around spun our gallant ship, and she sank to the bottom of the sea.
You sing it, Patti. Give it hand again.
And the ocean waves do roll, and the stormy winds do blow,
And we poor sailors are skipping at the top, while the landlubbers lie down below, 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 while the landlubbers lie down below.
Thank you. Pockets of our great coats full of barley. No kitchen on the run. No striking camp. We moved quick and sudden in our own country. The priests lay behind ditches with the tramp of people heartily marching on the hike. We saw new tactics happening each day. We'd cut through reins and rider with a pike and stampede cattle into infantry. Then retreat through hedges where cavalry must be thrown. Until on Vinegar Hill the fatal conclave, terraced thousands died, shaking scythes at cannon. The hillside blushed, soaked in our broken wave. They buried us without shroud or coffin. And in August, the barley grew up out of the grave. What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say I had 4 green fields, each one was a jewel, but strangers came and tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons. They fought to save my jewels. They fought and died. And that was my grief, said she. Long time ago, said the fine old woman. Long time ago, this proud old woman did say there was war and death, plundering and pillage. My children stark by mountain, valley, and sea, and their wailing cries, they shook the very heavens. My 4 green fields ran red with their blood, said she. What have I now? Said the fine old woman. What have I now? This proud old woman did say I have 4 green
hands in bondage, in strangers' hands, who try to take it from me. But my sons have sons as brave as were their fathers. My fourth green field will bloom once again, said she. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the festival. Fantastic stuff coming up everywhere for you. We'll see you tomorrow. Come back. Don't go away. Thank you very much. God bless you.